Tank's gonna get exposed soon. He gonna get exposed soon. He get in there with the right guy, Shakur Stevenson. He gonna get exposed.
So Gervonta Davis came out reacting to Shakur Stevenson beating Edwin de los Santos, where he responded to what Devin Haney had to say. Devin said, "Should I have offered this bum 10%? I was being too generous." Gervonta responded with, "That's what I'm offering you, son. Now you gotta take what Gervonta said here with a grain of salt because he offered Rolly more than 10%. So the least he can do is actually offer Devin Haney the same amount he offered Ryan Garcia. Remember, leading up to the Ryan Garcia fight, Ryan had never fought on pay-per-view, he had never became a champion, nor sold out any arena like Devin Haney did. When you combine the ticket sales for Devin Haney's last 3 fights, including the Regis fight, Devin Haney sold approximately 100,000 tickets. There's only 2 pay-per-view stars from 140 pounds and below who consistently fight on pay-per-view, and that's Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis. Nobody else. So when you factor in Devin Haney accolades from his resume to becoming undisputed, beating the likes of Lomachenko, so on and so forth, the numbers obviously suggest that Devin Haney is by far Gervonta's biggest fight at the moment in time. People lie, men lie, women lie, however, numbers don't lie. And according to the numbers, Gervonta versus Devin Haney could end up being the biggest fight in boxing, if not one of the biggest fights in boxing that realistically can get made at the moment in time. Nobody Gervonta ever fought was making $6 million guaranteed plus pay-per-view the way Devin Haney is making against Regis on the fight coming up December 9th, where he's carrying the entire card on his own. So that $6 million guaranteed is coming due to Devin Haney's name alone. Therefore, if Gervonta offers Devin Haney anything less than he offered Ryan, let alone Rolly, then we all know he's not serious about making the fight. So hopefully all of the fair offer advocates come out of the woodwork in order to help this fight come to fruition. Nevertheless, it sounds like Gervonta Davis has shifted his attention from Shakur Stevenson to the Devin Haney fight alone. After Shakur Stevenson's performance against Edwin de los Santos, I told you guys the Edwin de los Santos fight is going to tell us a whole lot about how Shakur is going to fare against Gervonta, because just like Gervonta, Edwin de los Santos bring speed, power, and athleticism to the table, which Gervonta has more of. Gervonta has more speed and power. Devin Haney has more athleticism than Edwin de los Santos, obviously. So this is what Shakur Stevenson struggles with. If you ever wondered how Shakur was going to pursue the Gervonta fight when they do fight, well, you don't have to wonder anymore, because Shakur showed us. The way he's going to pursue the fight is play it extra cautious and not throw a single left hand. During the Edwin de los Santos fight, I can't recall a single left hand Shakur threw. That's how bad the fight was. All Shakur did was throw a touch jab, then step back 3 feet, in a straight line every single time. This is how Shakur will fight Gervonta, if not worse. Since Gervonta has more speed and power than Edwin de los Santos, pretty much Shakur fought scared. This is not a coincidence. This is getting consistent. Every time Shakur fights a power puncher, he's extremely gun-shy. He did this with Jamaya, and now he did it again with Edwin de los Santos. However, this time around, he nearly lost the fight. One judge had the fight scored 115-113, and you can easily have Edwin de los Santos win in 7 of them slow rounds that Shakur did absolutely nothing. Listen, Shakur is always going to be difficult to beat due to his style and defense. Shakur always plays it too cautious. However, if you was wondering who is the one out of the 3 kings, well, you can go ahead and eliminate Shakur Stevenson. Clearly, out of the 3, Devin Haney and Gervonta are the most talented. They the ones who are more versatile. Unlike Shakur, who clearly struggled with offense, against Edwin de los Santos, Shakur couldn't get his offense going because he was afraid of what's coming back. Shakur did not throw any punch outside of the straight jab. You don't see Gervonta and Devin Haney do that. Gervonta and Devin Haney, they are better on the front foot. They more creative with their offense. And even under pressure. One of Shakur Stevenson's biggest weaknesses is that he likes to fight at his own pace. The second one is that he does everything behind his jab. He can't get his offense going without his jab. He doesn't lead without setting up his offense with a jab. He kind of reminds me of Rigondeaux without power. Last but not least, last week, Timothy Bradley came out and said, Shakur Stevenson will expose Gervonta Davis. Now, the irony of it all, when you use that word expose, you can't use it when an elite fighter fights another elite fighter because they are both elite. The better man is going to win. Before this fight, a lot of people had Shakur as the one over the three kings, Devin Haney and Gervonta. A lot of people said it's going to come down to Shakur and Gervonta when the dust all settles. So that's not called getting exposed if you lose to the very, very, very best. Usually the word expose applies when you're talking about an elite fighter fighting a C or a B level opposition and they end up losing or looking bad. Kind of like Shakur Stevenson did against Edwin de los Santos. You don't say Floyd exposed Pacquiao because both Floyd and Pacquiao are on that level. You don't say Sugar Ray Leonard exposed Hagler or Hearns because both Hagler and Hearns are on that level with Sugar Ray Leonard, right? But what we saw last night, Shakur against Edwin de los Santos, the way Shakur performed against an unknown fighter, where the fight could have went either way. If Edwin de los Santos was the A side, I wouldn't even be surprised if Edwin de los Santos got the win. That's called getting exposed. When you let an unknown fighter who you're supposed to smoke, like a Dominican blunt, come out there and expose chinks in your armor, that's what you call getting exposed. However, Timothy Bradley ironically still believes till this day that Shakur Stevenson beats Gervonta Davis. That remains to be seen. However, we're not going to see that fight anytime soon. After that performance by Shakur, apparently all the hype ain't real when it comes to Shakur. He has to prove himself because he did a whole lot of talking leading up to this fight. And when he got in the ring, he didn't perform as such. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.